Hello, YouTubers, fellow reloaders. Reloading Bench back with you once again. And this is a shorty on some old info. It came in an envelope. And I love finding old stuff like this. In fact, I don't know if you recall, but when I did the C&H Shellmaster video, oh, minute rice. C&H Shellmaster video, I said it is almost impossible to find documentation online. And I seriously meant that. But sometimes things pop up. One person's trash is another person's treasure. So to me, this is treasure. And this is a pamphlet by C&H Die Company out of Los Angeles, 1961. So that kind of dates, you know, I said my C&H press was from 1960. So maybe I was off a year, or maybe mine's from 60 and this documentation is from 61. But what's cool, actually we'll hold off on that. What's cool is this piece of paper, this invoice, this packing slip from C&H Die Company, which I love how they show the die and the micrometer. This was, God, is there a date on here and I'm just not seeing it? Since these were together, I'm assuming this is the 60s. This has to be from the 60s because this was sent to Mr. B on Union Street in Holly, New York. And it was the universal powder bar, universal shot bar, 7-ounce shot sleeves, 3/4-ounce shot sleeves, 38 grains AL7 powder sleeve, and 30-30 case trimmer holder, Group D. But here's what's cool, this little note at the bottom. As we have redesigned our metering bars, we kindly note pages 14 through 18 in the enclosed Shellmaster booklet. And then goes on to talk about payment. Not our company's policy to, that was X'd out, drop ship for a dealer. We have fulfilled this order. However, we will forward all future drop shipments directly to you to expedite. Trust this satisfactory with you. People don't write like that anymore. So methinks this came with this because it was referencing pages 14 through 18. So let's see if metering bars are on 14 through 18. Oh, this is just too cool. I love old stuff. 14. Yeah, metering bars. Shot size for game. And wow, there was a Shellmaster field kit. Looks like it was an all-wood thing. That could be interesting to replicate. 16, 17, a loading chart. And 18, sleeve groups. There's the Shellmaster part list. The Shellmaster complete, $75. Look at some of these pricings. Oh, that's just amazing. 10 cents for the screws. All right, let's look at the pages. Oh, and it shows the assembly for the Shellmaster. So it looks like all you had to do was insert the bars, the powder and charge bar, attach the handle, and it was ready to go. Talks about correctly made shell versus incorrectly. Costs of reloads per box, $1.31. Ooh, times have changed. Handy tips for perfect shells. Step-by-step procedure. All right, this illustration number 4 was what I was talking about that is missing. And let's see, wad pressure, where does it talk about number 4? Number 3 is right there. I don't see mentioning number 4. But number 4 was after everything was in your shell, in your hull, to put it in this particular, and I don't know if this was for the paper shell, paper hulls, or the plastic, but it was to make sure nothing got damaged as you compressed everything. The Shellmaster Wad Guide fits down over the shell. So this is called the Shellmaster Wad Guide. I do not have this piece. Holding it in its perfect shape while spring fingers in the guide open the end of the shell to accept the wad column. The pre-selected wad column is placed on the top of the guide over the powder wad first, then filler wad, then wad on top. The entire wad column is seated in a single motion at position number 3. That's the farthest position with that wad guide. Make sure the over powder wad is perfectly flat before the filler wad is set to the guide, thereby ensuring perfect seating. The shell should stick in the wad guide, so slide the wad guide perfectly off the shell while still holding it in its position number 3 in the shell holder. Illustration number 4. I just don't see a reference to illustration number 4 though. Very cool. This page intentionally left blank. Advertising for fishing, the Roddy. Too funny. Another page intentionally left blank. Helpful notes, shot shell loading, selecting work area, finished shell, favorite loads, sizing dies, star crimp, wad pressure. That is awesome. So this is not the instruction sheet I saw in the video. So if you look on YouTube, you'll see a video of some guy, again, using a big, giant, thick glass ashtray. I was trying to make that into one word. A glass ashtray, and he was dumping his primers in as he was doing stations 1, 2, and 3. And he actually did use a comparable. I have one from Lyman. But it was chromium. And again, it was meant to hold everything in. I wonder why that doesn't fit. Maybe because it goes that way. Was meant to hold everything in as you did the compress. So this I don't have from the Shellmaster. Obviously I have a Lyman version, which is nice and orange. Lyman orange, I guess you would call it. But again, this is just too cool to go along with some of my old information. And I want to say I have an old from Etsy. I don't know if it's a reproduction. Let me see if I can dig that up. One moment, please. If this was or is a reproduction, it's a darn good reproduction because of you can see the yellowing, the discoloration of some of the whiteness. And again, this was just probably a little sales and marketing brochure sitting up at the register at some sporting goods shop that was inclusive of the Shellmaster, but all of the C&H offerings at the time. The Swage-O-Matic, a dedicated C press for just swaging. The Super C press. Again, a lot of this is still one of CH40's offering today, their Magnum press, only it's black, along with some of their other dies and offering, but too cool. So I do believe this is original. Again, when you look at the difference, the type of paper that it's printed on, and if it's a fake, it's a really good ass fake. And if this is a fake, this is another good ass fake. So if our friends overseas are making this, which I can't imagine they are because there's no money to be made, it's just going to be weirdo goobers like me trying to find something from 60 plus years ago that looks like it walked off the shop floor today. And this has seams in it already pre-folded to match, I think, that. And that's about probably how it was sent to Mr. MB in New York. So the Shellmaster user guide doesn't say other than how to make perfect shot shell reloads with the Shellmaster. So that's really, really, really cool in my book. That's a diamond. Later.